Good morning, Princess. Hi, good morning. Well, I am on the road. Got started only 20 minutes late. Of course, that was a self-imposed departure time. So 20 minutes, that's pretty good. I am on my way to celebrate your birthday at Walt Disney World. How exciting. Yes, it's been a year since we've all been at Magic Kingdom together. So super looking forward to that. And I don't know, if you're paying attention, you will maybe notice that no, I'm not driving Omni. Oh no, what happened? That's okay. He is all safe and sound back home. But on this trip, very excited, you are going to meet Miss Liberty too. Yes, that's right. I am in my new for 2020, interesting story about how I acquired her, Chevy Bolt. Yes, that's right. I finally got my my electric car. So here we are on our way to Orlando. I left the house with, of course, a full charge. And according to the map, I have 180 miles left to go until, I think, the preferred charger. It's the one right at the intersection of I-4 and US 27. And car says I got 214 miles of reliable range left. Maybe a little bit more, we'll see. So shouldn't be a problem to get there, but this is very exciting. The first big trip here in Miss Liberty 2. So I looking forward to I don't know, something smooth. I'm not really doing anything to try and save on the range. I'm running the AC and the Amazon Music, which doesn't really work too well with Android Auto. But we'll see. I'll play with that a little bit later. But I don't know, looks like it's going to be a nice relaxing drive. Again, the computer tells me I think I have 3 hours left to go, up 27, and then I'll be there. Oh, why am I taking 27? It's actually shorter. So that's I guess that's the one thing I'm doing to try and maximize the trip. So gonna get there. I will have to stop and fast charge for a little while, maybe half an hour. Then I'm gonna go check in, and we'll be meeting you and Mommy and Daddy over at Disney Springs for a super fun dinner at Rainforest Cafe, which I haven't been to in a while. And maybe we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I will see you at Walt Disney World. It's time for maybe a 1/3 of the way trip there, I guess. Been about 80 miles and 140 to go, which is, I guess, a third of the way to Disney. Well, it's 140 miles to the charging station, and then a few more miles up to Walt Disney World. And right now, I am passing by Lake Okeechobee. You can see right there the berm that keeps the lake inside. Wait, is that a berm? Yeah, it is a berm. Just past South Lake, and it's going to look like this for a little ways. I think the next major town is Clowiston. I know it's been, year or two since I've actually come up this way, but, it's fine. And a little bit update on our progress. So, yeah, the computer says I got 141 miles to go, and the car says I can get 183 miles, so I think with a nice 40-mile buffer, I do not have to stop in Sebring, because that's actually where the next fast charger is. So it's good to have, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I will be able to make it all the way to my intended destination. In fact, at this rate, I could make it all the way to Walt Disney World, I'm pretty sure. But at the parks and at Disney Springs, it's just the rather slow charge points. So I feel better topping off, getting maybe at least 100 miles of range at the fast charger, and then got plenty to putz around with. And then between today and tomorrow, I got to figure out how I'm going to charge up for the drive home. So got a little bit of thinking to do, but some options. All right, well, here we are still by Lake Okeechobee. This is going to be the view for, I don't know, I think maybe 10 more minutes. And then we head back into the Florida countryside. Wait, no, the beautiful Florida countryside. All right, continuing on. All right, Princess, we are at the halfway point of this first trip. Traveled 111 miles, 111 miles to go, and here we are in nice, flat, central Florida. I think this is not yet Highlands County. I think we might still be in Hendry County, but this is halfway to our first stop, which might not be our first stop. We're actually doing very well on range. Computer says 110 miles to go. Car says 148 that we can go. So I am going to make a decision a little bit later on as to whether maybe just continue a little bit, get closer to Disney, and then come up with a new charging plan. I don't know, but Miss Liberty 2 is performing beyond expectations. Super happy. And so far, it's been a nice drive. It's not too hot outside. I think mid-80s. Sun is shining, although it was raining when we left home. But, well, making good time, and, well, be in the area around 2:30. I don't know when you guys are going to get there, but I guess I'll see you 5:30 for dinner at Rainforest Cafe. Yay. Okay, well, back to paying attention to that. So I will see you soon. We'll update you. Quickie little update. We are about 3 miles from the entrance to I-4. I am actually heading over to one of the charters by a hotel. Maybe take a quick break there. But something kind of exciting happened, and I was looking down at the instrument gauge, and it switched. Yes, you see there, the range meter, or the guessometer, became orange with about 38 miles to go. Max 43, min 29, but I'm figuring 36. So I guess that's the equivalent of the low fuel warning, which is fine. Still have plenty of range. I'm only 8 miles away from my destination, so not really a problem, and no range anxiety. So I'm looking good. And stop there for quick charge, and then off to Disney Springs. Or, well, I'll probably check in first, but either way, I'll be at Disney Springs. Isn't this super exciting, Princess? Here I am at my first fast charge session. Got in about, well, actually, I've been here about 10 minutes. The first charger did not work, and then the second one is working, although I suspect that the problem is the connector is, it needs to be, like, seated very, very well. So all I did was, well, I don't know if this did it, but I kind of stood there and held it in until it actually started, and now it seems to be holding the line. So let's go take a look at the actual charger and see what that screen says. So here we are at a charging station provided by Duke Energy, and they have this handy-dandy little screen that shows you what's going on. So right now it says the vehicle is at 13%, and I've been charging for 1 minute, and the power rating right now is 41 kilowatts, which I guess is pretty good. The car is supposed to take up to 50, so maybe after the battery warms up a little bit or finishes conditioning, it will do a little bit better. But I've already had 1.4 kilowatt hours delivered, so that's well, it's going to get me definitely to where I need to go, but I'll probably be here for, I don't know, I planned on half an hour, but we'll see how far we get. I just need some juice to drive around town and then figure out what I'm going to do on the way back. So let's get in the car and I don't know, play with the screen a little bit. Well, here's something interesting. So let's zoom in here as much as we can. I don't know if you can see that, but the charger still says delivering at 42 watts, which is fine. So let's zoom back out. Oh, sorry. Here we go. The car is accepting power at 38 kilowatts. Slight difference there. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of loss, but that's still a lot better than, you know, home or one of the slower chargers. I was hoping it would get close to 50. Have to do a little bit more research into what conditions are best for the battery. I did not see an option to precondition like they have in the Teslas, but I don't know, maybe there is one, or it might get a little bit faster, like I said, as it gets ready, but I think we're good for now. So, oh, and the range is going up. That's good. So anyway, I'm just gonna sit here. At least I can run the air conditioner and everything, and wait it out for that half an hour, I guess. We'll see. If I get enough range to not really worry about it, I can, I don't know, leave early and head over. So to check in and then head over to Disney Springs. So I guess I'm going to just sit here, maybe watch a couple of videos, and then I will be on my way. So gonna see you real soon. And yeah, gonna have a fun birthday weekend. All right, I'll tell you all about it. Quick update. Okay, so I've been here 26 minutes, just caught up on a video, and we're now almost at 100-mile range. I will probably stay for the original planned 30 minutes, so I got 3 more minutes. That'll, I guess, give me 105, 110 miles, plenty for the rest of the weekend, and then I get to figure out what I'm going to do about getting home. So, okay, 3 more minutes here, and then unplugging, and I'm off. All right, here's one statistic that I was really looking forward to seeing, and that is what the actual miles per kilowatt hour would be on a trip like this, and it is exactly 4. Now, driving around in the city and everything, I could probably do a little bit better, but since this is all just straight highway driving, it's I don't know, it's just pushing through the air, and that gave me 4 miles per kilowatt hour. So good to know. Use that for future calculations. Another electric-powered conveyance that is currently not running at Disneyland and won't be for a very long time because California just can't stop voting for Democrats. What is going on? Because they did this not even a year ago, I think. Good morning, Princess. Well, it's day 3 of our birthday adventure, and this is what I woke up to. So it's been doing this since I picked it up, so I'm wondering if the tire came defective or there's been something lodged in there for a while now. I did notice, even at home, it was going down very slowly. So I'm gonna go and top it off to a place where I know there is air, and hopefully that'll get me home so I can get this taken care of permanently. It's been a very slow drain, so I'm not worried about getting stuck or anything, but there's always options for that. Oh boy, the adventure never ends. And oddly though, the car is showing 199 miles of range, but the app, I think, shows like 177. I don't know, it's weird. They're showing different, or maybe it's not 177, maybe it's 197. We'll see. I'll get that sorted too. Gonna charge at the park before I head home. My goal is to get fully charged before we head home. All right, making a quick stop at a Wawa. It's right off Osceola Parkway, so Studios is just literally down the road, and looks pretty interesting. It is free, but it's the only one I could verify was around, so I guess double bonus. And it looks like it also has a meter on the pump, so I don't have to keep checking in here. Hope it works. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to drive around. Oh no, there's maybe air at the Shell across the station. But we'll across the station. What am I talking about? Across the street. All right, let's see if we can get this taken care of. So, slight change in plans. I got to the parking lot here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and I asked the parking attendant to go to the chargers, and they say they're all taken. Fine, I should have checked the app before I got here, or at least had it open so I could check status. No problem. So I figured I'll just walk by and check. As I was saying, I figured I'll just walk by and see if there's any available, and if so, just move the car. No problem. So I'm walking by, and what do I see? Well, there were 3 cars parked, 1 available, but just as I walked into the aisle, there was a Tesla backing into that last remaining spot. So, I don't know. My bad for not checking, so we'll definitely do that next time. But that's fine, because I decided to just, change the plans for today. I'm going to take a flight on the Skyliner. So great to be back. I remember that time when we were all aboard. Then I'm going to go have lunch at Ronto Roasters, place I still have not tried. And I don't know, probably hit the road soon after that, early afternoon, and stop at the fast charger in Sebring, where I will only have to go to 80%, so I won't have to take it all the way. And that'll give me plenty of range to get back home, no problem. And realistically, then I should only have to spend maybe at most half an hour there, I think. So I think that's going to be pretty good, as opposed to I would have to stay here at studios for like 3-4 hours maybe to get to 100%, which is what I need to make it all the way home. But I'm gonna finish my flight. I am gonna fly over to Epcot and then right back, and then have some lunch because I'm a bit hungry. Haven't really eaten since dinner or lunch yesterday. Okay, well I'm gonna try my flight on the Skyliner. Great to be back. All right, Princess. It is about 5:30 and had a great day at Hollywood Studios. I decided to hang out for a little bit and ride some rides, so I did Lightning McQueen, Star Tours, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Slinky Dog, and Rise of the Resistance. Still not better than Shanghai Pirates, but later than I thought, but that's fine, which means I'm going to head to the Sebring DC Fast Charger and top off there. Well, not really top off. My prediction is I'll have to spend maybe 30 minutes there to 80%, which is when the charge profile starts to taper off, which is fine. That'll give me plenty of juice to get home. And thing is, I was thinking, oh, I wish I had gotten the charger because then I would be leaving here fully charged and wouldn't have to stop. But I realized one thing. If I had charged here this whole time, at some point, a couple hours ago, I would have had to have come and moved the car because you get charged for sitting there after your charge is complete. So that whole procedure would have taken 20-25 minutes. So it's really not that much extra time, if any. It's just time consumed in a different place, meaning we've had to spend 25 minutes out of the park and not be able to ride something because everything worked out. From one line to the next, I really didn't hang out. I just went from one queue to the other, and the only time I actually waited was 1 minute for my Rise boarding group to be called, and that's it. So it was a pretty optimized day, and that 25 minutes would have, well, I couldn't have ridden a ride. So I'm gonna look at it that way. Okay, time to hit the road, and about an hour to Sebring. It'll be probably dark by then because it's getting dark now, and then I guess home probably by 10 or so. We'll see. But fun trip. Yes, we're definitely going to do it again soon, and I'll probably give you a quick update as I'm fast charging. All right, time to get moving. Well, this is turning out to be an interesting adventure. I am at Lakeshore Mall, which is where the two fast chargers in the area are, and I don't know if they could have put it in a worse spot. I mean, maybe during the day it's less creepy, but I'm the only one here. And, the mall is closed. There's nothing around. I don't know. It's super, super weird. So I wish there's a station in Weston that is down for repair. And it's been 2 months, apparently. I've been looking at some of the comments on PlugShare. If that was still open, I would spend a little less time here and then go stop there just because probably a little more activity. But I don't know. We're getting power. I mean, if I really, really want to, I can cut this short in maybe 10-15 minutes and then stop at, I think there's a Harley dealer that has a level 2 charger that's pretty good. But I don't know. It's moving along, so maybe I'll just wait for my 80%, then, just head home. Right now, 135 miles, the car estimates, and I need 172 to get home, which is, we're going to be there pretty quickly, I think, so we'll see. I will let you know what happens when I get home. And the tire is still holding, oddly. Well, actually, no, I'm thinking maybe the self-repair thing is finally taking effect, so gonna keep an eye on it, because it did lose a couple PSI, but so far, it's been steady for the last, 50, 60 miles. I don't know if this holds up. I'm just going to head home and get that taken care of tomorrow or Tuesday after she's had some time to charge back up. All right. Well, I'm going to be here for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes-ish more. And then the adventure continues. Still worth staying. Still a good day. All right, Princess, what an adventure. I left Sebring with 81%, and that should have been enough. And on any given day, it would have been enough. But we do have Tropical Storm Eta passing by, and he is creating some pretty stiff winds in the area. And unfortunately, they're mostly headwinds, which means the range is reduced, based on the extra resistance. So when I left, I'm pretty sure I said I left with the low end at the mileage to get home. Well, that didn't last very long. For a while, it seemed okay. It maybe dropped 4 or 5, and I was like, well, it still gives me 15, 20 miles extra to get home. But by the time I made it here to Weston, no. The predicted range and the distance home was only differing by 1 mile, and that's that's a little bit too close. So thankfully, there is a level 2 charger. It's not the fastest, but it's working right here just off 75. So I'm gonna sit here for maybe 10 more minutes or so. My intent is to leave here with maybe like a 30% buffer. Should be enough, and then get home. Other than that, it's fine. And honestly, sitting here is fine, because don't feel bad about running the AC, and don't have to, worry about anything else. The phone's fully charged, so not so bad. It's just, it's dark, and it's at a business, but not really in the middle of nowhere, but it's still a little creepy. All right, so maybe 10 more minutes here, and then I am off, finally, home for the last time. Hopefully. All right, Princess, it is a few days later, and I realized I forgot to close out that last series from the birthday trip. Everything worked out pretty good. Some people might have found it a little bit scary, but you know what? It wasn't really that much so, and it didn't really bother me. The trip home was, let's just say, eventful, because I did have that issue with the tire, a very, very slow leak. And with the storm passing by, I had to deal with a lot less range than anticipated. So after enjoying the day at Disney's Hollywood Studios, I head out, and I stopped at Sebring to charge for, I think 40 minutes, right up to the point where the minimum projected range was the same mileage to the house. But that was an experience because the chargers there, thankfully, were working, are in the back of the mall with no one else around, and they're literally the only things lit in the area. So it was a little bit, you could say it was sketchy, but it's a pretty safe area, and I didn't really feel bad. So I just sort of sat in the car with the doors locked, and when it was done, I head out right into the storm. That was the big part. With the wind and everything, that projected minimum range absolutely was not enough. And I did have to stop in Weston for a few minutes to charge up in order to get home. So I was there for maybe a half an hour. And that's why I made it home a little bit later than expected, but safe and sound nonetheless. So that was my first EV adventure to Orlando. I thought it was pretty fun and informative. And, well, if you can't tell, I am back on the road again, heading up, but that's a completely different story. So we had a great time on your birthday trip, and we're definitely going to do that again a lot more this year, because that's why I'm headed back. So I did have to stop here at a fast charger on the Turnpike for the first time, and it is going to be maybe another 30 minutes. That is one thing. It does take longer to charge this than it does to fill up Omni, but that is why I am thankful for my problems.